Hi Aries, this is your forecast for the month of July 2017. This is a general reading for Aries Sun, Aries Rising, or Aries Moon. If you have a different rising or moon sign, you might find watching those videos helpful or more informative for you. You can watch your reading in 3 different ways: the full extended monthly, or for just the energy influence, watch the brief. Or in addition to the brief, watch the weekly for the upcoming week. Weeklies also make it easy for you to review information you may have forgotten in the full reading. Please remember that these are general readings, and so they may not apply to everyone. If you would like a reading that is specific to you, please visit my website at thealchemistastrologer.com, and I invite you to follow me on Facebook, Google+, and Instagram. Please also check out my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/on-demand/findinglove for monthly love readings. Now, the second week you have the World card, and this is a major card, so this is an important week for you. So you are wrapping something up. Some of you are focused on traveling, and again, we get back to last week, having the money and the time and the inclination to relax, to sort of take advantage of whatever it is that you've worked for. So you may be deciding to travel, or maybe you have some property that's at a distance, or maybe you are dealing with business that is at a distance in some way. Maybe you're dealing with people on the internet. Some of you, maybe you're dealing with foreigners, or you're dealing with people of a vastly different background. Whatever it is, you're wrapping something up, and something is coming to some type of conclusion. Now, hopefully there's a sense of triumph in this. You're getting whatever your goal was, you've reached it, you've gotten some kind of prize or recognition. If there was a focus on health, maybe you are dealing with your physical and emotional health. But this is a week about doing something and having it bear the fruit, feeling as if you've done a job well done. You're getting the best out of a situation. And so you may be looking to expand your horizons in some way. Perhaps you're looking at business interests and how to expand that, or your finances. Maybe you're trying to create the ideal environmental conditions for a situation. And so you are receptive this week to any opportunities that are coming to you. And it's going to be very important that you listen to your intuition in order to manifest those and possibly move in a new direction. So this is a week about starting something over. You're getting a second crack at something, and it's important to make that count. So this is a week to really attack life constructively. Get rid of bad habits that have been holding you back. Really examine your relationships where people have been emotionally dependent upon you, and it's not helping your situation. This is a good week for starting over, starting something new, whether that is a new job, a new outlook, a new attitude, again, a new focus on your health, or perhaps starting a new relationship. And this is also about knowing when you're going too far with something. Something is coming full circle for you. You've completed a cycle, and now you're starting something new. And part of that may have to do with forgiveness, especially again if last week you were dealing with some gossip or some rumors or some accusations or some feeling of guilt on your part for mismanaging something, or perhaps someone else, maybe someone has mismanaged some resources of yours and you're having to forgive that person. But for you, it's going to be very important to deal with any issues of forgiveness in order to create that fresh slate for yourself. So this is a week of being enthusiastic, but knowing what your limitations are. Last week, there could have been issues where you were overly demanding or someone else was. And so this is about knowing when to say no, knowing what is beyond your ability, and knowing when to limit your involvement in a situation. If your head is in the right place as well as your heart, then it's going to be very easy for you to take on something new. And if you've made a decision to move in a different direction, in a new path, then you're going to have a lot of emotional resolve to uphold these decisions, your new resolutions. And as a result of that, you're going to feel enthusiastic about life and where you are. And because you are moving in a new and positive path, anybody that's been a challenge to you, opponents, competitors, difficult personalities, you're going to be able to bring conflicting situations to some type of resolution, and you're going to be able to do that diplomatically and peacefully. And because of that, your world is going to open up, and you're going to attract opportunity to yourself. This is a week where you can do big things. The world may very well be your oyster. And so if you've had issues, medical, legal, business, whatever, this could be a week where you literally move mountains and make some great strides. Now, for some of you, if you're not moving forward, maybe you are stuck in a rut, and maybe voluntarily so. Maybe you're not finishing what you start. You're just talking a good game, or someone else is. And so this is about unfinished business, and as a result, delayed success, or the failure to complete something that's going to end up in frustration or obstacles or a lot of loose ends, and a fear of change and a lack of commitment. This could be where you're not willing to face the future, and there's a resistance to change. Somebody may not be applying the necessary effort to get a satisfactory outcome. Now, for some of you, maybe your travel is being postponed for some reason. But again, if your motivation is not where it should be in order to move forward, you could be running after some type of an illusion. And so maybe you want to push in a better direction. Maybe you want to make a fresh start. But for some reason, again, you're stuck in a rut. You're falling back on old habits. And even though you start something new, because your heart is not in it, or you don't fully comprehend why you're doing something, you haven't grasped the lesson of why it's necessary to move in another direction, in spite of what you are envisioning, it's not going to come to pass, regardless of how much effort you're putting in. So again, this is a week to beware of overextending yourself in some way, giving in too much to the demands of others, or overstepping your emotional boundaries, pushing the button for other people and their emotional boundaries, making assumptions or presumptions where you infringe on the rights and boundaries of others. In fact, if you are managing your relationships that way, if you're cutting corners or if you're getting out of your lane, you're going to make people feel uncomfortable and uneasy. So this is a week about being realistic. Again, self-reliance, self-focus, self-sufficiency, and knowing what your limitations are, knowing how far to push, and being realistic in your goals.